When you fire up BetAngel, there are a number of options available to you, one of which is the Dutching area. So you can see here under the tabs we've got Dutching right here, and that allows you to Dutch a market. And what we're doing here is looking at the correct score market, because this is the one that presents a fair amount of opportunity within football matches. So if we back to the stake of 100 and we back to 0-0, you can see here that we would win a lot of money, £1,250, but we'd lose 100 if that bet failed. Now you would suspect that there's likely to be a goal in this match, so 0-0 will fail, and therefore you would lose 100. So you can put some science into it and start saying, well, we're covering 7.4% here of a market that's priced at 100%, so the chance of 0-0 is only going to be about 7.4% or thereabouts if you believe the market's efficient. So in this match, we'd probably, neither team's been playing well lately, but you'd expect Liverpool to perhaps win at home. So we could cover 1-0, 2-0 and 2-1, and you can see therefore we would lose £100 if this bet goes wrong, but we would win 200 if this bet is correct, and that covers about 35% of possibilities within this market. Now there's another option that you've got within here, which is that you could trade out at the beginning of a match after a period of time has elapsed, and that would allow you to exit your position based upon what you see in the match. There is another video that we've done based around this, but we're not going to cover that on this occasion. Watch that video specifically. But what you could do as well is cover off a few other positions, so 0-1, 1-all, 1-2. You can see that we've covered off most eventualities apart from 0-0, 0-3, 2-all and 2-3 and some of the other higher score lines. So in this situation, again, we'd lose 100 if this didn't occur, but we would win £85 if any of these scorelines would occur. Now, you've got two options here. You can let the bet run right through the match, or you can wait for the first goal or so to come in, and then you could trade out your position, depending upon whether you thought one of these scorelines was going to be breached. So there are many opportunities within there. But perhaps you don't like this risk-reward ratio here. If you feel that you should cover off 2-0 to Aston Villa, maybe we should cover that as well, but then you can see that that lowers the amount of money that you've got available here. So what you may want to do is back for a profit target. So if we want to make £20 if any of these scores come in, we can click on back for a target profit of £20, and you can see here that BetAngel has worked out we need to stake £25 for a £20 payoff if this match ends 0-0, 0-1, 0-2, 1-0, 1-all, 1-2, 1-3, etc, etc, etc. So you can see there, any of those scorelines come in, we win £20, and if they don't, we lose 25. So it's a nice way to hedge your risk within a match. But you may think that some of these possibilities are less likely than others. So what you could do is you could say, override that profit target. If Aston Villa win 2-0, then I'm just going to exit for nothing. If the score is 1-2, 2-1 to Aston Villa, same scenario please. I want to exit for nothing. So you can see here, we've got two results in that mix that we essentially scratch if that scoreline comes in. But we also have a lower stake for the amount of profit that we're looking to get out of the market. So there are many ways that you can use the Dutching tab to manipulate the amount of risk you want to take in the market and how much return you wish to get as well. And if we place those bets now, the scenario will be that we'll win £20 if it's 0-0, 0-1, 1-0, 1-all, 1-3. In fact, let's zero that out as well. Or if it's 2-0, and you can see we'll break even if these scorelines come in. And the scenario that would lead for us to be a loss is quite an outsized one, 150 to 1. And as the match progresses and goals go in or don't go in, then this book percentage will shift, most likely in your favour early on, and you could trade out your position then. So if you put this Dutch bet into the market and you don't like how the match is playing out, then you can always scratch your trade at that particular point in time. But Dutching allows you a lot more flexibility in how you want to approach a market. You don't have to trade one individual bet, and if you want to just put a standard bet into the market, you can hedge your position across multiple scenarios at much less risk. So a very useful tool to use on football.